Loudhouse Lover, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Just checking a couple things here, and then we will be all good to go. And Bowen, what's up? Sezzy, welcome to the stream, guys. Alright, just gotta double check. Alright, counter's running. I think we actually messed that one up last time. SunDXD, what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. And alright. Mike F, welcome. Welcome. You're early, yeah, you are here, like, right at the beginning. David Gamer, welcome to the stream. Alright, guys, one encounter to Treecko, and then we gotta reset the save because we're back in Emerald. We're back with the messed up RNG. Alright. Unfortunately, first encounter wasn't shiny, and I almost dropped the controller on the floor. You were here first. Hashtag early first. Yep. You were indeed the first one to comment. Why did I start a Charmander stream when I didn't get Charmander? And Bone, are you asking why I started Charmander if I'm still doing Treecko, or are you asking why I started the Charmander stream if I wasn't going to get the Charmander? Basically, I'm alternating between Treecko and Charmander now because Treecko is just taking so dang long. You can feel the shiny energy today. I hope so. I hope that that feeling is true, Daver, and we can get one. Star the Jolteon, welcome to the stream. The Wolfinator, birds are birds. They are indeed. Yeah, so we started doing the Charmander stream just to, like, mix things up. And we're probably gonna, like, go back to not alternating as soon as we get one of them, but just for the time being, Treecko is taking so long, and when I posted the question to all the guys in Discord, many people agreed that alternating was the best way to go. So that's why we alternate. Pile of Poop, welcome to the stream. You won't believe what happened at your school day. What happened, Star? Will I do a Totodile shiny hunt? I would like to. At least some kind of Gen 2 hunt. Or Johto hunt, you know, because if I could do it in Heart Gold Soul Silver. But I don't own any of the original Gen 2 games, and I can't capture on 3DS right now, so, like, that's the only reason I haven't, like, that's the only thing holding me back from doing one of those. You got a 3DS and now you can shiny hunt, you got your shiny, bleh. Why am I adding and losing words from this? You got your 3DS, now we can shiny hunt for Tree together. Alright, says he. Hopefully you can get yours. Good luck. Benjamin Whitmore, welcome back to the stream. Because Gen 1 Fire type, Gen 3 Grass type. That would be a pretty cool thing to hunt. And that'd be a pretty cool theme to tie it together with. What about a regular DS? I still don't have a capture card for it. What's up, OGs? You're feeling a shiny tonight? I would love to get the shiny tonight, guys. I'm feeling one too. I have been super unlucky with my latest hunt in Sun, so I'm going to assume that means that we're going to be pretty lucky here with Emerald tonight. I mean, I can't record that, says he, just because I don't have... The only thing I can capture are GameCube games, or Game Boy games, because I have a GameCube to capture it with. Shiny Flygon, welcome to the stream. Treecko time, how's it going? It is going pretty good, Cursed. How is it going for you? Welcome to the stream. Again, cannot read Korean. Gotta go play Pokemon Shuffle. Alright, man. Alright. Star, I saw you posted a message, but it got removed for some reason. I figure it's like profanity or something. Thank you, Sezzy. I appreciate it. I hope we can get it as well. Shiny Flygon, you're saying 7621. Alright. We just gotta get through resetting the save here and getting back out to the bag, and then we'll be able to see. You're gonna start shiny hunting when I start. Alright, it should be like maybe 2 minutes now, max. I'm probably way overestimating that. It'll be 76-13. All right. I'd like for it to be any number, because that would mean that it was actually successful. Creeper Gamer, did you miss anything? Nah, man, you have not missed anything. It's only been about 5 minutes we've been streaming, and like at least 1 or 2 of that was me getting the stream set up, and then the rest of it's been me resetting the save. Oh, why were they doing that star? Question anyone, would you recommend using a Nidoking in the Elite Four in Fire Red? I don't know. If it's, for me, the strategy would be if it's leveled high enough, but I don't know. How old am I? I am 20. I feel like a good name for my shiny Treecko would be Blue Paste, Green Paste, or Green Gecko. Maybe. I mean, like I've said, my default name that I have for it is Corn Dog, unless someone else can like actually guess the exact number that it gets called in on. Why are you calling your parents liars, Creeper Gamer? I mean, if you like, if someone else in the chat can answer the question about the Nidoking, pretty much I think everyone here is more qualified to answer that than I am. I did save. I did successfully save, you guys, so we can do this now. Let's see. 7602. They're DS capture cards, and they're cheaper, but why spend the extra to get both? Want to be able to record both DS and 3DS on the 3DS? Exactly. Like, yeah, you could get like a regular DS capture card. But yeah, say like Indy said, I'd end up... I want to be able to do like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, but that's just... You know, it'd be like buying a DS capture card now, and still not being able to play like Gen 6 and Gen 7 just to buy a 3DS cap card later on. What is up, Cooper? Welcome back to the stream. Sorry you've missed so much. It's all good, man. We all have things going on in our lives, so I understand when you guys can't make it. Name it OK Seared because it's Treecko backwards. It is true, it is Treecko backwards. And I just need the bottom of my table, and I saw my camera shake. How am I today? I am doing well, X-Rider. How about you? I did have a little bit of a scare this morning, but aside from that, after lunchtime, it was smooth sailing for the rest of the day, and everything was good. Who am I doing next? Mudkip or Torchic? I actually can't do those immediately after this, because basically that would mean I get the shiny, go yay, we caught the shiny, and then I reset my save and keep going for Mudkip or Torchic, but instead, I'm playing through the game and doing a shiny badge quest, which means I'm going to be shiny hunting random Pokemon throughout the game, at least one before each gym. What do I think about the new YouTube layout? I don't know, like, because YouTube pushes things out in waves. And it's like the way it works is like YouTube doesn't push it out to everyone in general at first. I think this update they rolled out yesterday is a bit more of a like comprehensive everyone gets it update. But like if your browser remembers YouTube, it only refreshes and actually changes what YouTube looks like every few days. If your browser knows what YouTube looks like, and it's like I don't even need to load it, you know, to save internet and stuff. So most of my pages changed. And I don't mind it. Like it looks okay. It's different, but it's not like too drastically different or anything. And I don't know if you're asking from like as someone who streams. I don't see any actual difference in the stream in like the creator studio aspect of it at all. I could hunt a shiny Trapinch next. I could hunt one of those shiny Flygon. We'll just have to see because like I said, I can't hunt it next because I don't see a Trapinch before Roxanne. And like I said, I'm doing a shiny badge quest, which means I like have to hunt and catch another shiny before the first gym, and then you know one before each subsequent gym. Lily the girl, hi, you're new. Well, Lily the girl, welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy it. Have I thought about changing when someone subs to have the thing where Patrick says I am an Enigma? But show the milk bottle things. But That seems pretty random. I don't know, I've kind of... There are a few things I've been considering with the layout, just for, like, cleanliness, you know? Because, like, when I started this, I had absolutely nothing besides my face, or at least when I started this layout, you know, I had my face, pretty much everything that's, like, baked into the layout, like, everything green, the place for the face cam, the place for the video output, you know, stuff for the encounters. I didn't have any of the stuff, like, I never planned on doing, like, the sub notifications, or the donation notifications, or even that, like, donation ticker, and then today's, like, the first day I put that little progress bar down there, just because I just found out that's actually a thing. And it's just a matter of, I want to, like, make it more, like, cleaner, you know? So, like, in general, I'm considering how, like, if I might change the style of some things just to make it look like things are more, like, intentionally there instead of possibly just, like, slapped onto the screen, you know? Janet Adams, shout out your name tag, Tyler. What is up, says, welcome to the stream. What is my Pokemon mascot? I don't, like, I guess I don't know if I have one, but I mean, I have this little, like, plush Rowlet, if that counts. So you decided to restart your Pokemon Y on 3DS and Wonder traded 20 shinies from breeding. Dang. You really want to find your Pokemon Leaf Green cartridge. You had Fire Red, Leaf Green, Emerald, and Ruby on Game Boy Advance. Yeah, I want to find my Fire Red cartridge. I lost that somewhere some time ago, as well as my Sapphire cartridge. Like, I don't even know where they would be, because I feel like for the longest time, those are the two that I could find. So I don't know if, like, I found them and I moved them somewhere, or I took them somewhere and forgot them and lost them. Or if, you know, I never actually found those ones, and I'm just, like, going crazy. But I want to find my Fire Red and Sapphire, because I had Fire Red, Sapphire, and Emerald from Gen 3, and those are the oldest Pokemon games I owned. Do I have VIPs? What do you mean by VIPs? I have, like, the only, like, people who are marked specially in anything right now are mods. Your birthday is the 8th of October, and your parents promised they'll buy a 3DS game for your birthday, so you asked, will you get the game on your birthday, or a few days before, and they said they won't get me. That's kind of neat. 7613 is the lucky one. We'll see, Wolfinator. 2 more to go. 7612 is happening right now. Sonic Fan 32. I know about the messed up RNG, Sonic Fan. Yeah. That's why I reset my save every 50 encounters. And I know that I'm still not doing it perfectly, because, like, to do Emerald right, you have to, like, basically time out your inputs. They're like guaranteed to be different every time. And so you can, like, hit more of, like, the range of soft resetting. And I know I'm not doing that because I'm, like, focusing on talking to the chat instead of sitting here silently staring at like the route sign popping down. So I know I could be more efficient, but yeah, I am accounting for the RNG here. You have a yellow cartridge, that's your oldest one. I mean, yeah, I have a yellow cartridge, but what I meant by that is, like, Gen 3 games are the first games I, like, owned. So even though, like, the yellow cartridge I own is older, and, like, the Leaf Green cartridge I have is older than I guess my Fire Red was, but not Sapphire, obviously. But yeah, so what am I trying to do? Yeah, so, like, when I said oldest, yeah, I guess I do have a like Gen 1 cartridge, but, like, the Gen 3 games were the games that I have owned the longest. Like, I've only owned my copy of Yellow for, like, 3 months. You're just wondering because your brother got a female samurai and you got an Oshawott. What did you ask? I do not see what you asked, Benjamin. Sorry, you may have been asking and responding to someone else. You're gonna hunt for a shiny Caterpie. Wish you luck. Well, oh geez, good luck. I hope you get that golden Caterpillar. Sorry we had to go early from the live stream. Good luck getting the Treecko. Well, Kitty Gamer, that is all good. I'm glad you were able to stop by. I hope you were able to stick around and stay for a stream longer. But like I said, I completely understand. You know, if you guys can only stop in, or like if you can't show up to streams and stuff. I have things I have to do. There's a reason I don't stream on Tuesdays. You know. Think my internal battery's dead? It is not, Joel. I actually replaced the internal battery, like, maybe 2.5 months ago. Like, right before I started streaming, I replaced the battery in my cartridge. If I want to play Pokemon games, KBH Games has a bunch of them. I guess you're talking about emulators. He'll give me a Fire Red for a Yellow. Well, I mean, I have Leaf Green, which aside from, like, version exclusives and the fact that mine's in Japanese, is pretty much like Fire Red, so it's not that big of a deal for me. What's my favorite shiny hunting method? Masuda, SOS, SR, etc. Mine is probably SOS method, just because I first started shiny hunting in Gen 7. Like, I haven't been shiny hunting for too long in the grand scheme of things, and almost, aside from some Masuda hunts, all of my successful hunts have been, well, I guess all my successful hunts have either been Masuda or SOS, and SOS method is way more fun for me than Masuda, because Masuda, I just run around in a circle on Tauros and hatch 5 eggs, see if any of them are shiny, and then go back to it. Well, like, SOS at least has a little bit of variation in it, where, you know, some Pokemon are harder to chain for than others, and it's fun to go into those a little bit ill-prepared, you know, kind of trying to feel out, like, how the like, hunt's gonna go, that kind of thing. So, like, SOS kind of at least, even though it, you know, makes the odds easier, and a lot of people don't like that, SOS method at least, you know, gives a bit of a challenge in its own way. Yeah, like Vinny said, the RNG's broken no matter what. Ruby and Sapphire, it's only broken if the battery's dead. But in Emerald, it's broken all the time, so even when the battery is good, you still have to reset the save very frequently. So I reset every 50 encounters. You need Pokemon Yellow. I mean, you can probably find it somewhere. It's not like super common, but it's not like a rare game or anything, or like a super rare game or anything. I'm gonna beat the Encounters World Records. I hope not, says. It's just gonna be, yeah. Those numbers are insanely high, and those are numbers I don't wish to get to. It's crazy I'm gonna be on odds soon. Hopefully I get it before, though. I know, like, we're gonna be within, like, 300 of, like, on odds by the end of the stream, which is just, it's mind-numbing to think that we've gotten that far, in a way, you know? Like, and it's kind of one of those ranges where, I've mentioned this before, but, like, shiny hunting always feels like you're either going to get super early, or if you don't get it in, like, one of those, you know, early enough to, like, have a story about it, like, I caught it in 30 encounters or something like that. It feels like after that point, like, once you pass, like, 200, it's like, or, like, I guess more 1,000 is a better, like, marker, but, like, once you hit 1,000, it's like, yeah, no, this hunt's just going to go on until, like, 10,000. You know, it kind of feels like that in a way. Beating would have at least 1 billion. Yeah, I don't know. I know, like, the Natsu that took forever was pretty high up there. I think that was one of the most highest encounter numbers. What did you miss? You had to go for a minute. You haven't missed much, yeah. Just been soft reset and haven't seen Zigzagoon or Treecko. And we haven't misclicked and hit Torchic at all. You can't buy it anymore. I mean, you can't buy it new anymore, but, like, I bought mine a couple weeks, or not a couple weeks, but a few months ago. Like, you know, second hand. You just gotta make sure you get one that the battery is, like, freshly replaced in. What will I do if I find the shiny Treecko? Will the stream be over? Depends on how early we find it. If we find it super early in the stream, then we'll keep going. We'll switch over to Charmander and keep going. But if it happens, like, way later on, you know, we get within, like, the ending, like, the, like, last 30 minutes planned for the stream or something. At that point, it would take me about as long to get everything switched over and, like, all ready to go again before the stream would be over. Like, you know, we'd get, like, 5 minutes of encountering in because I have to, like, switch all the assets. I have to get things moved around. I have to go get my Emerald cartridge, stuff like that. So, like, logistically, if we get to the point where it's going to take longer to reset the state, or, like, it's going to take almost as long as the stream has left to, like, get back up and going, then it'll be over. But, you know, if we catch it in the first, like, hour to hour 15 minutes, then, yeah, we'll switch over and keep going with Charmander. Hot Sauce, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. Umiko455, did you come late? You have not. You are not late at all. We've only been going for about 20 minutes here. What was the last shiny I got? So, I haven't caught any on stream yet, unfortunately. Like, so we haven't had that hype moment as a stream, but the last shiny I caught was a Machop. Umiko455, thank you for the sub. Yeah, the last shiny I caught was a Machop in Pokemon Sun. I caught 3 of them for my living decks, and those took, like, I caught 2 of them on a Friday and 1 of them on Saturday. Like, I just got extremely lucky with that one, and now Cranidos has taken me, like, almost half a week with no luck. And that's, like, after the break I took on it forever with breeding. This Treecko and Charmander have not been super kind. It's just, yeah, I get super lucky. I, like, have, like, spurts of, like, extreme luck, and then I'll just have, like, a dry spell for, like, 2.5 weeks of constant hunting. You've not found a shiny Treecko yet? Well, I haven't either, Dancing Mudkip, so we are in the same boat there, my friend. Your screen's frozen? Oh no! You got a shiny Squirtle? Awesome! That is awesome. Oh yeah, no, that's not just from this stream. We go for like 2 hours a night. It used to be 3 hours, but then it used to be like 9 hours a week, you know, and 3-hour streams. But I moved it. I like broke the stream up. Now we go for like 2 hours at a time, 5 days a week. But yeah, no, that 7,000 encounter number is not just from this stream. Mau, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, 7,000 Chase Stone. We are incredibly high in the numbers here. If I think negative, I'll catch the shiny Treecko. I've always thought the opposite. For me, it's either been I've been extremely confident that like it's going to pop up that encounter, like not just like something where I say, oh, this one will definitely be shiny, but where like I truly like feel like this one's different and it's going to be shiny, or like it's the encounter that I'm completely looking away and I'm about to just reset it without even looking at the screen, when I just kind of glance over and notice that it's shiny. It's one of those two situations. It's never a maybe this one will be. It's always like I either am 100% confident for some random reason, or like every fiber of my being, I'm like, I'm gonna get it this time. Or it's the times where I'm like talking to a friend and just look down to double check before I soft reset or like KO the Pokemon in SOS chaining. Hope I get lucky. Thank you, Chase. I hope we get lucky as well. It would be awesome if this Treecko could shine tonight. Sort of early. What's up, man? What's up, Hyptic? Not much. We are just trying to get this stream underway here. Where did I get yellow? I'm gonna give the stream. The stream was being weird. I hope it's leveling back out for you guys and not being too laggy or anything. And it just went down. Yeah, the stream is being weird again, guys. Are we back? Are we back, guys? I don't know. It says I'm back, but it also kind of says that the video output isn't good for you guys, but that may be YouTube being cautious. It's still lagging. Okay, I'm hoping that it fixes itself. There we go. Is it back? Is it... You're back. Everything's back. Zach, lag every second. Yeah, it's... I think this part may be on YouTube's end, actually, because I'm reading off good numbers. It's fine for you. We're good now? Okay, okay. Alright, if we're good again, I'll get going. I apologize, guys. The internet has still yet to be fixed. I finally got my electricity situation figured out. And that was one of the big factors. Is like I had so many different things because new apartment and stuff that have all been hitting, as well as like starting school. So it took me like 2 weeks to deal with the fact that, you know, I had to still get like the electric bill put in my name and stuff. You know, that kind of stuff was still what we were dealing with. And so, yeah, internet has, you know, while streaming is definitely like a massive priority, it was like things that are like, yeah, I need to get bills set up and stuff in my name and all that. That was kind of the priority, and that still took a couple weeks. So I'm sorry that internet still hasn't been fixed. But yeah, I found out the reason that the electric took so long is like they flagged. Basically, they had to run a credit report and stuff to make sure like I wasn't going to just run the bill for like a month and then never pay it or something. But it like flagged and said, "Oh, there's like suspicious stuff, so we gotta like have you come into the office." So I had to find the nearest office, drive down there one day, which ended up being yesterday because like I didn't have a stream and I was out of class. I get down there, and apparently the reason that I got flagged wasn't like bad credit or anything. It was the fact that my bank account had a suspicious activity flag on it in the past year. So I realized that like the reason that I couldn't have internet is because I went to a convention, the same one, literally the first time that I tried to buy my copy of Yellow and Platinum is the reason that I couldn't get electric set in my name, because my bank had flagged that as a suspicious activity because like it swiped on some dealer's like Square reader thing, and those read like, you know, it may have read like halfway across the country, and it was like, yeah, you couldn't have done that in 2 minutes from the like Taco Bell you just ate at. And so like, I had to go in and deal with that yesterday, which was kind of funny, but at the same time I was like, that stinks. Like the amount of stress that was to like make sure that I actually had internet and stuff, and that I wasn't going to get charged extra by the apartments. You just joined the stream? Awesome, Reshiram. Welcome to the stream, man. Watch me find the Treecko now. That would be so awesome if you joined in and we immediately found it, my friend. You saw other streams find 2 shinies in one stream on Oras. He found a Treecko and a Ralts. I mean, it was random 10s. Yeah, he found, I think it was a Wartortle and then a Frogadier in like 30 minutes of each other, to the point that he had to end his stream early because he found shinies too quickly. Like, he didn't have assets designed. He had one backup. You know, it was oh, if we find one this stream, you know, we'll switch over to it, and if we like get far enough, then we can do like one stream instead of dual capture for a little while. And he found both of them in the first like 45 minutes of the stream, to the point he couldn't even get the games running. He was that like out of backups. It was like he couldn't figure out how to actually. He couldn't start an SOS chain because one of his backups wasn't even far enough in Moon to SOS chain. I'm like, I wish I was that lucky on stream. Like, if I would love to have that problem if I'm finding shinies too fast, you know? What is my favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon is Rowlet. Like, without a doubt, it is Rowlet. As soon as all the Sun and Moon stuff started coming out, I instantly was like, I'm picking Rowlet as my starter, and then I picked Rowlet as my starter. And it was and Sun and Moon the first time I dealt with like Pokemon Refresh or Ami or anything, because I didn't really use it in Gen 6 when I played, but I was just like, that just instantly skyrocketed Rowlet to the like my top spot, my favorite. Be right back. Sorry for being late to my streams or not watching. It's all good, Mal Mal. It is all good. I understand, man. Yesterday in Alpha Sapphire, you traded with a Japanese dude, and he gave you a shiny Japanese Curlia. That is awesome. Awesome, Reshiram. Sorry about not making it for the last few streams, but no, it's okay, man. Like, you're doing band and stuff, right? Like, you've got other obligations. I completely understand. I know Sunday's stream was already just weird. So like I said, it's perfectly understandable when you guys can't make it. What do you hate, Umiko? You love Rowlet? Me too. Like I said, Benjamin, Rowlet, like my favorite Pokemon. How can you not like that face? You got a shiny Eevee and 12 encounters to say. Tony's go. I did see that, man. Yeah, that was your shortest hump besides randoms. Yeah, my shortest besides random was like a 32 encounter Yungoos. It's just so crazy when you get ones that like quickly. That's in the range of your like still setting up the chain, especially with SOS. I don't even consider the hunt like started until I'm to the 70th encounter where it actually increases odds. So whenever I get it before that, I'm like, holy crap, what is this? How'd I get this lucky? You know? Do a dance if I find a shiny. I'm not sure what I'll do, and like I said, this not in like a way to weasel out of things. It's just a matter of like I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be so excited that I have no clue what my reaction is going to be. Umiko, for you, Rowlet is the best Alola starter. Agreed. You give up shiny hunting? Oh no, why are you giving it up, Hot Sauce? Guess what? What awesome Reshiram? Who would win, a 20-year-old man who has experienced a bit of life, or some oddly colored Treecko? Hey, the battle's not over yet, Oshis. That same battle can be raging until my birthday. Which is a pretty long way off, so this battle can go on for several more months. Now I'll get it, Nick 115. Hopefully we will. Hopefully your presence will bring the Treecko home. Dang, Marsha, that's pretty cool. Like 10,000 resets and no shiny. Yeah, you can have some pretty unfortunate and unforgiving hunts. It's one of the parts of, you know, it's just kind of a part of shiny hunting, is that some days you'll have extreme luck, you know, everything will be going your way. You just like can't do it wrong, and then there'll be days where, like weeks where you can't find a shiny, you can't keep the chains going, you keep messing up on the chain, resetting's just not working for whatever reason. Yeah, that's just like an unfortunate part of shiny hunting, is like some days are your days, and then when it's not your day, it can be not your day for like 2 or 3 weeks. Will he ever find the Treecko? Find out on the next Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, no, this is like... I remember back at like the first few streams, I was like, we'll probably get it in like, you know, 1,000 encounters or so, and that'll be a pretty long hunt. And I'm sitting here like, maybe we'll get it before 10,000, you know? Like, just the kind of feeling that you have where it's like, where you just feel like, man, I was so naive. You know, two and a half months, or I guess not 2.5, but like 2 months ago when I started this. The best is hashtag Litten. Litten is pretty lit. I really do enjoy Litten's shiny, because I really like the change from black to white with that base color. Because like, whenever I think of like, you know, this is weird that I'm comparing a cat Pokemon to this, but like, also we just passed 7650 for encounters, so I'm gonna go ahead and reset the save here, guys. Just so I catch it before we go for like 15 more encounters. But it's like, it's gonna be weird that I'm comparing like my aesthetic, like things I like aesthetically with a cat Pokemon to a car. But like when I think about cars, like if I could have like a car that was base white, like the main color was just like a normal white, but then there were like some accents that were a different color, like that would be so nice. And that Litten is just like that same kind of style. Shiny Charm was not in Gen 3, it was introduced in Gen 5. Yep. The best is Venusaur. Are you talking Gen 1s? Because, or at least Kantos? Because in that case, I'd have to say it's Blastoise. Why did I reset? I have to reset because Emerald has broken RNG. So, like, in most games, the, like, behind-the-scenes invisible numbers that like generate shinies and determine if Pokemon are, you know, shiny or not, it's like truly random, and it's always a different number every time you do it. But in Emerald, every time you soft reset, it starts at the same number again. So you have the same, like, if like you find a shiny 5 seconds after turning the game on, you'll always find shinies at that exact 5-second mark after turning the game on. But if you don't have that, and like you can't see shinies for like 3 minutes in your game because of the timing, you will never see shinies in those first 3 minutes. And because we're soft resetting, we're in that first like minute range generally, aside from this one encounter where it takes 5 minutes to get there. What ends up happening is you'll never see a shiny. And the way to fix that is by resetting your save and getting a new trainer ID, because sometimes that helps. I feel like every time I reset the save file, it completely ruins the encounter counts you've had, or does it not matter? Not sure, but you're not buying this. It's taking forever. Hi, Dick. The encounters are just to keep track of the number of times I've soft reset. The encounter number itself means absolutely nothing to the likelihood of Treecko showing up. Soft resetting has never, like, changed, because the game essentially forgets what happened before you soft reset. So it can't remember the count. And yeah, it's not a method of chaining. There's no actual like increase in the rate of shinies for continuing to soft reset for a long period of time. You like Yveltal as well, that's why you chose Y. I chose Y when I first bought it. I did go back and buy X because I wanted to like a full National Dex in my copy of or in my Gen 6 cartridges if Ultra Sun Ultra Moon don't add a lot of Pokemon from the previous gens. You gotta go do something? Alright, Shiny Flygon, see you in a bit. Yeah, High Tech. It's just, the reason it's taking forever is because the odds in this game are 1 in 8,192. So it's really just, it's just unlikely in general that you'll see a shiny. Plus, because of the messed up RNG, my odds are, it's more likely that I'm hitting the same, like, non-shiny frames over and over again, which, like, decreases our odds significantly and makes it more like 1 in 12,000 or something. Like, this hunt specifically is a very hard and just, like, specifically in Emerald, this hunt is just, you know, brutal and unforgiving in every single imaginable way. Welcome back, Shiny Flygon. Xerneas is better than Yveltal for you. Fair enough, honestly. I don't really have a preference over the two, it's just, when I picked up the games, I picked up Y, because, yeah, on the cover, I kind of liked Yveltal a little bit better. Is the shiny counter in Omega Ruby broken because you want to hunt now? It is not broken in any game except Emerald. Be it Ruby Sapphire or Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Any of Gen 3. Literally, Emerald is the only game to have this exact issue. Aside from Ruby and Sapphire, like the original ones, have it if the battery is dead. That's the only other time. You bet you when they say never before seen Pokemon Ultra Sun Ultra Moon, they mean Pokemon like they mean like Pokemon from other regions. I don't think they said never before seeing Pokemon. I think they more said never before seeing forms. Like, I don't remember what the exact wording is, but I think it was forms, and I think what that's hinting towards is some Gen 2 Alola forms, or the fact that there's, like, the Necrozma, Solgaleo, Lunala mixes, you know? Like, I think those are what they're kind of alluding to, plus the fact that they revealed a new Rockruff form. Like, those kind of things, or Lycanroc form. Those are the kind of things that I think are what they actually mean by never before seen. Possible National Dex and Ultra Sun Ultra Moon. I honestly don't know. I feel like, because there was no National Dex in Sun and Moon in general, I feel like they're kind of moving that towards Pokebank a little bit. Treecko, turn your tail red, your stomach tan, and your green darker. That would be very nice of it to do. You shall shiny hunt Treecko and see your luck. Alright, YouTube. Hopefully you get it, man. Good luck. You accidentally found a Swablu? Nice, awesome, Reshiram. Come on, Treecko. Yeah, come on, Treecko. Like, it's your time to shine. If you can show up before 8,000, it would be very appreciated. Not hunting Treecko, but Mudkip, alright. Mudkip, I do really like Mudkip shiny. I just prefer Treecko in the Hoenn games, so that's why I'm hunting for it. Treecko, you're making us tired. How do you think I've had to be here for all of these streams? You guys can leave. Nah, but like I enjoy this because I enjoy talking to everyone. It's like this, the fact that it's taking so long isn't really a downer to me by any means. Yesterday you found a shiny Numel while grinding in Pokemon Sapphire. Nuzlocke Munch, that is awesome. Assuming you were able to catch it, because you know Nuzlocke. I feel like if I do Nuzlocks, I'll be like, as well as the legendary claws, like shiny claws. I'm just gonna catch shinies if I see them, you know, that kind of thing. Because I would never be able to just KO a shiny because like that's the rules of this. I'd be like, I'd catch it, I'd like trade it away to another game immediately. But it's like, no, I have to catch it. You're gonna go try to hatch shiny Lillipup. Well, shiny Flygon. Good luck. I hope you get it. Say Treecko 12 times and we'll appear between 1 and 50 tries. Treecko, 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 and I said it once in your message, so there we go. Sky Guy, do I remember you? I do. Welcome back to the stream. Pokemon GTS these days. Young Goose level 5, Want Rayquaza level 100. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of that's also because like people will just gen Pokemon and hand them out. How much longer will the stream be going on? At least another hour and 20 minutes. Shadow Killer YT, you're Spanish? Well, welcome to the stream, Shadow Killer. I personally do not know Spanish, unfortunately, but you are completely welcome here. I know there are plenty of people who are in the chat who speak Spanish. What day is today? It is, for me, August 30th, and it is a Wednesday. Majestic Ethan, what is up? Welcome to the stream. This is Impossible and Emerald RNG problem. R92, I know there is an RNG problem, but there are ways around it. If you reset your save fairly often, like I do it every 50 encounters, you can combat that issue and basically get a new trainer ID, which refreshes where your shiny frames are. So what it actually means is like once the hunt becomes possible, it becomes so possible that you can recreate it throughout the rest of the game and get shinies like in 30-minute to hour-long hunts consistently. Android Play, are you late? No, man, you are still here well before the halfway mark. What is the best gen for you? You're a Gen 5er. For you, I guess Gen 5. For me, probably Gen 3. My favorite games are the Gen 7 games, though. Just Gen 3 holds way too much of a special place in my heart. Because it's like the first gen I played. Fire Red is my first game. Emerald and Sapphire are pretty much the games I always end up sticking to. When I went back to emulators in high school to play Pokemon again, I went back to Gen 3 instead of just going to Gen 4. I like owned Pearl and stuff, but I just never really played them. Am I in England? I am in the US. John the Pikachu, what is up? Welcome back to the stream. You know Spanish, but you're fluent in English. Yeah, I don't remember any of the Spanish I took in high school. Today is your mom and stepdad's 4th anniversary. Well, congratulations to them, Awesome Russian Man. You're learning Spanish in high school right now. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I had to learn it I had to take it for 2 years in high school, and I had pretty much taken it every year from 1st grade through 8th grade, and then 9th grade and 10th grade in high school. And I still managed to forget all of it in like a matter of a year and a half to 2 years. Like I completely was unable to speak Spanish by the end of high school. Have I done a Nuzlocke? I haven't, but I really want to do one. And actually one of the first things I want to do like as a pre-recorded thing versus a live stream in terms of YouTube is like get like a Gen 1 ROM and do a Nuzlocke with that or something. Welcome back, Simply Wavy. You want Pokemon Moon? Pokemon Moon is pretty nice. I have both Sun and Moon. I recommend both of them highly. They're pretty much, story-wise, they're essentially the same. So, either one works. I just personally prefer Sun for the legendary, for the cover legendary, as well as I like the day-night cycle actually being lined up with day and night. Awesome Russian, I can call you Evan or Drake. Alright. I will try to remember that. I'll admit, I am pretty terrible with names. That's not like an excuse, I do try. So if I mess up and like I forget to call you like Evan or something, just let me know and I'll work to remember. You got a baby tooth pulled this morning. Ooh, that had to not feel too good, John. You learned Spanish since you were 3 years old, since your parents are from Guatemala. That's always cool, having the ability, especially, like, I did have a lot of friends throughout school who, like, they were the first ones, like, either born in the U.S. or, like, they immigrated to the U.S. when they were, like, really young. So, like, they learned English through, like, all of school by being around people, but they still, like, spoke Spanish at home, and they were perfectly fluent in both. And that's, like, really cool. And that's, like, an awesome skill to be able to have. 7666 is a good one. You see it alright, Umiko. I will believe. Here we are right now. Hopefully that is it. And says we're at 44 watching. I see 46. Because I do have stats pulled up. You have a good memory, but you can understand. Yeah, like for me, it's like I'm decent at remembering a lot of like more like math-based things, but names is like the one thing where I can literally shake someone's hand, hear their name, and 2 seconds later turn around and have forgotten their name entirely. Like that's just how bad I am with names. Unfortunately, 7666 wasn't shiny though, so we gotta keep going for this. Groudon looks awesome. Damage is awesome. Solgaleo looks awesome. Damage is horrible. Is this damage bad? I mean, I guess granted, like I say, I always just over-level him and call it good. But I've never had issues with it. You're born and raised in America. Same. I've always wanted to, but I've never actually like left the country or anything. Because like the thing is, America's just so big. You can do pretty much like anything you would want to like go somewhere else to do, aside from like experience something very specific. Like, you know, it's not like in a lot of places where, you know, there's no mountain state to go to some other place to go skiing, or there's no beaches state to go to some other place to go to the beach. The U.S. just, like, is an entire length of a continent. You can pretty much find anything in the U.S. that you'd want to do. How was my day? Payotrek, my day has been pretty good, aside from a little scare that I'll, like, save to get into if there's, like, any kind of lull in the conversation that I had earlier today, but that's, for the most part, it's been pretty good. How about yours? 7676 will be the shiny. We'll see Android play. You did a lock of Pearl, and your main man was... did the stream like die there for a second, or is it still good? I apologize for the internet, guys. I think we're back. I think we're good. All right. Alright, so let me go back to the message I was reading. Was a freaking Bibarel, and now it's one of your favorite Pokemon. Nice! I actually do kind of like Bidoof and Bibarel, aside from all the memes, but for the most part they are HM slaves when I use them. Stream is lagging for you? Yeah, it did stutter for me. I saw it drop, but it seems to be okay now. I don't want to say it's good, because then it'll just crash on me. Yeah, it should be better, I guess. I don't know. YouTube is starting to say the video output is weird, but from my end, it looks like I have a good bit rate. I don't know what's going on though. It cut for like 5 seconds. Yeah, I saw that. It's unfortunate. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, indeed, no caps. What's my favorite Pokemon? Yours is Munchlax and Snorlax. Mine is Rowlet. What's up, Ethan Schumacher? Not much here. We're just doing some shiny hunting still. Hopefully Treecko will decide to be shiny. Raftel New World by going to watch Ben 10 Alien Force. You're a bit rushed. It's all good, Raftel. Thanks for stopping by the stream. I hope to see you some more. You think you like Bidoof? He looks like Coco. I just never like actually had much of an issue with Bidoof. Like obviously it's kind of a little bit bland of a like Rattata essentially, you know, just that general like rodent Pokemon they always put on the first route, but it's not bad. Do I know Kristen Reyes, thank you for the sub. Do I know the new game for the Switch, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle? I've heard stuff about it. I haven't heard much about it. I know it exists, but yeah, I haven't seen much of anything about it. Your kid, by the way, but your dad has a giant vocabulary, so he taught me how to properly speak. That's always good. There's always a good thing to be able to speak well. Go for Rayquaza. I want to, Christian. That is a goal after the Shiny Badge quest, is to go for things like Rayquaza, Groudon, Kyogre, because those are all shiny locked in the Gen 6 remakes, so the only way for me to get them is to get them through Gen 3. That's why you don't have shinies. Only looking how it won't appear. Make sure. Yeah, I used to, before I like actually got serious in shiny hunting, I'd always like tried occasionally, like, oh, I'll reset for my starter, I'll make it shiny. And then I'd go like 8 resets to maybe like 20 resets if I was really feeling ambitious that day and be like, I'm bored, I'm just going to play the game now. You're going to ask for Mario Kingdom Battle for Sinterklaas. Nice! Alright. I'm assuming that's like Christmas or something around that time. How much longer to the stream? It's going to be going until at least 7 Eastern time. CZ, says he, like always. Kyle, Bogenreif, hi Mindless Enigma, long time no see. Well, welcome back to the stream, Kyle. Munch22, thank you for the sub. Shodo Nicholas, welcome to the stream. And just be careful with the spam, otherwise it's gonna get timed out. It's been 2 months. Yeah, man, we've been going for this Treecko for like 2 months now. It's insane. What state do I live in? No, I don't go that specific. I live in the in Eastern time zone of the U.S. That's about as specific as I tend to get. Sinterklaas is a thing in Belgium. It's like Christmas, but he walks on your roof with a horse, and it's not near. Okay. Okay, I was just wondering, because, like, yeah, I don't know too much of other languages, but, like, Sinterklaas kind of seemed close enough to, like, a different form of, like, Santa Claus. And I was like, maybe that's kind of the same thing. But, alright, that's pretty cool, then. You gave a subscription? Thank you, Benjamin. I appreciate it. Yeah, guys, so, like, oh, it took you, like, a year and a half for Shiny Zora and a May Ruby. Dude, that is crazy. The longest it's taken me is, currently I think Cranidos is like the longest time span I've been doing a hunt, but that's because I put it on like hold for like half the summer. You live in the UK? Nice! It's always cool seeing like how spread around the world all of you guys are. Road to 700, only 5 more subs. Really, we're that close. That's awesome. That would be awesome if we could hit 700 or like even like 725 by the end of the night stream. Once all guesses say, it's not like you'd get an answer, you know? You can just say them. You can say them and, like, take guesses, but it's not like you can get too it's not like you can really, confirm or deny anything. Sinterklaas does have presents, give presents, and has a beard. There you go. We'll do a series of, Emerald version with the Shiny Treecko. Shadow Killer, yes, that is the plan, is to do actually a Shiny Badge quest. In Emerald with this save once we get the Treecko on it. And basically Shiny Badge Quest is where you do a playthrough, but you're only allowed to catch shiny Pokemon, and you have to catch shiny Pokemon before every single gym battle. At the very least before every gym battle. And like it depends, some people just do like major battles, so like May is included in that and stuff. You have almost 10 subs? That's nice, John the Pikachu. It does look like a bird, Kyle. But yeah, so I mentioned it like twice now, and I said I'd get into it, and I kind of want to. I had a like freaking panic attack today. Not like an actual actually anxiety attack or anything. Like I was freaking out for a good 2 hours today because I was playing Pokemon, like waiting for my econ lecture to start, and I was just, you know, I was just shiny hunting for Cranidos, going for, trying to get a shiny, going around in circles, Masuda method. And I had to, like, pull stuff out, so I saved the game, shut my DS, and left it on the table, or on my desk, and, like, leaned forward to get my notebook, pulled it out, and I opened the 3DS back up, and it went from having a blue battery, like, to, it flashed red twice and just shut off. And I was like, I was kind of like, oh no, because my 3DS has had, like, that issue for a good while now, and it shows its head like twice a year or something now, which is really annoying, but it's homebrewed, so I can't like actually send it to Nintendo or do anything about it, because custom themes are enough for them to be like, nope, not our problem. But, so yeah, it does that occasionally, and I was like, dang it, that stinks, you know. And I was sitting there, and then I realized, wait a minute, did it finish saving before I shut it? Like, did I actually, like, let it finish saving before I shut it, or did it go into sleep mode halfway through saving the game? And so I sat through all of my econ lecture and all of my ethics lecture after that, just unable to focus, freaking out that I lost my 890-hour save with 100+ shinies in it in Pokemon Sun because my 3DS shut off. And I was freaking out because it shut off the way it shut off, it won't power on until I plug it into a charger. And my charger was in my apartment. So I had to like wait until I was done with my ethics lecture to take that 2-hour break I had between classes and take the bus back to my apartment, plug it in, and check. And so thankfully it wasn't like dead. I'm pretty sure I saved and like exited the menu before I closed it, but I was just like second guessing myself horrendously, and it was so nerve-wracking. Because I was just sitting there like, I may have just like, even like I wasn't even worried if like the 3DS died. Like it was raining pretty heavily, so like I was like maybe it shorted out. It was in my pocket. My pockets aren't like waterproof by any means. Like they kept it fairly dry, but it was like, you know, it was like, you know, it'd been in a pocket that got rained on, you know? And it like wasn't wet, but it wasn't dry, you know? It was like a little, you could like see where like some condensation had formed on it. I was like, that's not great. Maybe it shorted out. That'd be bad. But I didn't even care because the 3DS is kind of like old. It's starting to get a little bit old and it's starting to kind of die a bit just from how much it's been used. But I was like, no, I almost lost like almost 900 hour save file. Like 890 hours of my life would have just been like gone. Snap, gone. I was just freaking out so hard. You are a Bulbasaur? You are, Kyle. That is true. Filippo C, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Evan, you have to leave the stream. You have to color for your mom's lesson at church for the babies, and you have to go to church. So see you later. Alright, see you later, man. I hope to see you again next time, which I will be streaming again tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be going for a Charmander. Besides Pokemon, what's my favorite game? That's a tough one. It might be, or probably not even really might. It's probably Rocket League. Because that's like the game I have the second most hours in. But even then, that's like half as many hours as I have in Pokemon right now. Yeah, so it's probably Rocket League. I haven't played it as much recently, like the past year and a half or so, but my freshman year of college, it was literally like, I got out of classes, went back to my dorm, sat on my computer, played Rocket League until I had to eat, ate, then got back on Rocket League and kept playing. It was like, basically if I was in the dorm and I didn't have homework, I was either playing Rocket League or watching anime. That was the only two things I'd be doing. To the point I ran into my former roommate like a year after, because like after we lived in the dorm, he went off and like did co-ops and stuff, so we didn't actually talk for like a year. And he came back and he still remembered like, you still play like Rocket League and do blah blah blah. I was like, yeah, just because of how much I did it back then. That was just, yeah, Rocket League's probably like my second favorite game. Treecko, seriously, please. I know, Filippo. I know, it's crazy. This thing just needs to, it just needs to show up. Come on. Putting chat on screen will let me upload videos of encountering shinies with chat reaction. It would, like, in my personal opinion, I don't like the whole, like, streamers with the chat overlays. Like, Francisco Alves, thank you for the sub. Like, for me, I don't know, it's just weird. I don't really, it's like, I kind of understand it, but I don't really, like it too much. Like, it just feels like it's taking up part of the screen that's already being displayed for, like, the point of the live chat is for, like, people to talk in. But, you know, when you look at, when you're looking at the stream and you're in the stream talking, you basically just suddenly have two chat windows that are now delayed. Like, I guess the one benefit I've always thought of is, like, you can see when, like, the streamer actually has the message pop up, you know? Because, like, for you guys, Spooky Antonio, thank you for the sub. But for you guys, like, there's about an encounter delay between you typing something and me seeing it, from your perspective at least, because, like, for me, I'm in the middle of encounter. I just reset from the, like, last encounter. You know, that's like, the kind of, like, difference that there is. That's the offset. So that's the one thing that I've always kind of found a little bit beneficial from that. But for me, it's not like necessary enough, and it just takes up more of the screen. Sorry for your bad English. It's all good, man. Like I've said before, you know, no one in here is gonna judge you for that. There's plenty of people in here who English isn't their first language. It is a 3-way tie between Pikmin, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and Jammer Lammy. I haven't heard of that last one. We're getting over odds. We're not quite there, Filippo. We're getting close, but we haven't passed odds yet. At the very least, we can say that we have not passed odds yet, fortunately. Bulbasaur out. You have to go. See you later, Kyle. Elite Rainbow, you just got your shiny Ralts. Awesome, man. That is fantastic. You had a shiny Chikorita under 50 soft resets in Soul Silver. You got it, and we'll do a playthrough with it. Mouse, that is awesome. I'd love to do a Heart Gold Soul Silver soft reset for starters, because that's the one time you can actually hunt for all 3 at once. Like, the odds for that are, you know, technically the same for each of the Pokemon, but like your odds are tripled because you have 3 attempts each time. Assuming you aren't hard set on getting a specific one. Oh, did I really get 700 subs? That is awesome. We passed 700. Hype. That is so cool, guys, that we passed 700. We're on our way to 1,000. Hopefully we can get there pretty soon. That'd be freaking amazing to get to 1,000 subs. Like, I never thought I'd get this far. And let alone, like, keep going farther. Sorry you haven't been catching the streams. You've been busy. It's all good, Ryan. Yeah, we all have things going on in our lives. And guys, 7,700 is happening right now. Let us see. Unfortunately, it wasn't shiny, so we are going to reset the save here. Cosmic Angel, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. Also, anything shine? Not yet, Ryan. Any advice of getting people to like you? Just be yourself. Like, that's the only advice I can ever give, is like my really close friends are the ones that, Elite Rainbow, thank you for the sub. But, like, you know, you can have friends that, like, you kind of act more like them around, but you're not really going to have, like, true friends. Like, my group of closest friends that I've been friends with for, like, forever now has been the people that, like, we always, like, act like ourselves around each other, you know? That's really the only advice you can give. Rub your Team Magma emblem for some luck. It works for you. I just rubbed it twice on the screens, and I just rubbed them both again. Let's hope they give me the luck, Filippo. You haven't had any luck either. Your Treecko is still not shiny. Yeah, see, says he. Like I said, yeah, see, the name's thing. Says he told me how to pronounce their name, like, months ago. Or not months ago, but, like, a week or 2 ago at least. And I still flub it. 7777 hype. I know, we're right there. It won't be this, it'll be this stream, but it won't be this, like, save reset. Next one, though. Oh, you had to go and check Vanillix? Yeah, I get that. I don't check, like, in the middle of streams, ever. Like, I see the number, I see, like, the stream-related stats, but, like, anything channel-related, or, like, even the likes, I don't actually see. I see the views and the number of people chatting. That's all I can see during the stream. And that's honestly as much information as I really need to be paying attention to. Ah. How could you, Vanillix? I mean, maybe says he, but I wouldn't expect it, you know? You don't know everyone prefers Team Aqua? Seriously, you would all want a world full of tentacles. It's that, or, you know, a world full of Zubats, you know? Felipe, you gotta pick your battles, and at least one of them's at least a kind of cool squid thing. Mouse, how come I reset the game? So Emerald has broken RNG. You'll actually see people posting in the chat about it. Where, like, basically, if you play this game and just soft reset like normal and never do this, it can be impossible to get a shiny. But, like, legitimately impossible, not just really bad odds. But when you reset the save, you're basically resetting that possibility. Because Emerald's RNG is messed up. And so instead we change our trainer ID by resetting the save every once in a while. Showed Nicholas pops up shiny. It very well could, yeah. The only thing that I'd be concerned about is a shiny Zigzagoon, specifically on the encounters we reset on. Because, like, for the same reason we reset, if we get a shiny Zigzagoon on normal soft reset encounters, it actually means we're really close to getting a Treecko. But this is the one encounter that's actually bad, because otherwise it means, oh yeah, you have one, but you have to wait, like, the entire length of starting the save. It's only 5:05 where you live. I mean, it's only like 6:05 from even, it looks, so it's not too much earlier for you. I give you the luck of the penny you found underneath your bed. All right, Ryan. Hopefully some hotel bed penny luck will bring this Treecko home. Jammer Lammy is a spin-off side story of the game Popra the Rapper. I haven't heard of that game either. It's 11:06 for you, Cooper. All right, man, that's pretty late. That's what like UK time, I think. I don't know. I might be off by a little bit. No, I probably am. I'm trying to do math and I can't. Yeah, I don't think it's quite. John Lester, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think what, UK or somewhere in Western Europe, I would guess, right? Yeah, all right, I got it right. I second guessed myself like I always do, and then I got really confused. You prefer Team Magma? Crobat is cooler than Tentacruel. Fair enough, I guess. I don't know. I'm always better at taking out the tentacles after a while than I am taking out Zubats. Zubats just confuse me too quickly. Treecko shiny, very rare. It is Nicholas. Alright, we didn't have the Nightmare Zigzagoon shiny at least, so back to normal soft freezing here, guys. Argon, thank you for the sub. Farley, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Oh, it was a rhythm game. Okay. That's actually nice. I actually kind of enjoy at least mobile rhythm games. You know, things with touchscreens. I'm terrible when like rhythm games don't have a touchscreen because like my hand-eye coordination falls apart when I start having to hit buttons that aren't on the screen. You're playing Pokemon Emerald? Nice. I am as well. I really enjoy Emerald. It's like my favorite game from 3rd gen. Do you want your leaf green cartridge so bad? Did you like order one, Cooper, or are you just like trying to find it? Use a save state? I can't because it's not an emulator. It's actually like a legitimate Emerald cartridge, so I can't use any like, you know, fast forwarding or like quick save states or anything. I actually have to do it this way. Oh, welcome back, Evan. Welcome back to the stream. You've played Emerald. You've played over Emerald about 4 times. Nice. I haven't actually beaten it too many times. You can play it on emulator, but it's not the same exactly. You know. Like, because when you play it on a cartridge, you can actually trade those Pokemon back up to the newer games and stuff. Like, they're, you know, you have the same odds of getting them on an emulator, generally, if you have, like, a not tampered with ROM. But, like, you can't move the Pokemon from, like, the old games to the new games, and they aren't, like, fully involved in, like, an actual Pokemon game if they aren't able to be traded with things, you know? Olivia Lewis, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. Your Treecko is not shiny either. Rip. Hopefully one of us can get a shiny, you know? Impossible in Treecko shiny, there is no way to capture it. Are you talking about in Emerald? Like, Emerald, there are ways to fix it, and I have been doing that. That's why I reset the save a little earlier. It's also pronounced Parappa. Okay. I got you, Munch. All my Pokemon will be shiny or only starter. I want to catch all shiny Pokemon. That's what I'm doing a shiny badge quest after this in Emerald. So in terms of that, they will all be shiny, and then from there, I want the legendaries to shine. I'm basically using this playthrough of Emerald to shiny hunt a bunch of Pokemon, especially ones that are shiny locked in the newer games. There is a way to transfer your save file from an emulator to an actual cartridge, but yeah, Ethan, but it's still just not the same. At least to someone like me, where I'm this kind of guy who will, like, when it comes to certain games, I'll pay like the extra $2 to get it as new versus used, or I like owning like manga and stuff I read versus reading it online, just because like physically owning it is kind of the same like value to me as like playing a Pokemon game, even if it's like a downloaded from the eShop, you know, or on Virtual Console or something. Playing like a legit game versus an emulator. Am I going to transfer to Sun and Moon? I may not transfer that far. I may transfer to Gen 6 because I want to get a living shiny dex there. I haven't started it yet, but basically I can't get the Weather Trio shiny in Gen 6 anymore. Or like you can't get them in Gen 6 shiny because like they were released through events and stuff. So instead I have to get them here now because I missed those events. The Luminator 101, welcome to the stream. How long am I gonna stream? I'm not sure. It says we're gonna go for at least another 45 minutes. Why do I want a shiny? Because, like Filippo said, because I'm a shiny hunter. It's a little bit rare. It adds like no extra value stat wise, but just for me, catching shinies and stuff is really fun. Oh no, you misclicked on Torchic. I mean, it's still, if Torchic pops up shiny, it's still a shiny. It just may not be the shiny you were looking for. You also love playing on actual hardware too. Exactly. Like, even now, it may be like a third-party controller, but I am playing on legitimate Nintendo hardware. You know, I have the GameCube, Game Boy Player, and all that. And like, once I get... The best part is, you know, when we get like the Charmander, and I'm going to play through the rest of the game, like I said, that's not going to be streamed. I'm going to play that on my own time. I'm able to pull it out of this GameCube, pop it in my Game Boy Advance, and like actually take it with me and play it, you know, on campus and stuff. Where I couldn't really do that with an emulator on my desktop. You want your first shiny? Hey, there's always now to start going for it, you know? You can't donate with iPhone. Is the link like broken on mobile, or is it just like PayPal's not set up or something? Back at it. What's up? What's up, James? Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, we are back at this Treecko, trying to get it before we pass full odds. I still just want to be able to say that we got this Treecko under odds. That'd be the best. Angel Lara, Zigzagoon shiny. Zigzagoon shiny, it's actually not a bad thing for me because Emerald. I think it's back, guys. Yeah, I don't know. The stream just... My internet just hates me right now. We haven't had a day this bad since, like, the first day. But we should be back. Hopefully you guys stuck around through that. Because I know I've seen it happen where, like, we start gaining some more people tuning in, and then the stream buffers and dies, and we lose, like, half the viewers, unfortunately. But, yeah, RIP. Stream is being the biggest troll, Filippo. We are back, though. Yeah, no, Cooper, it's actually really cool seeing the number of people that tune into this. I think a lot of it helps that, like, we're actually just... Like, a lot of channels that stream and stuff do other things besides the stream. GamerKid7965, thank you for the sub. But, like, we do a lot of channels that do other things besides streaming gain their subs that way. And then when they stream, they don't have the same, like, crowd. But the fact that we have 700 people who subbed to a channel that is just on streams kind of, I think, helps push that number up in a way, like the number of viewers, the number of like subs in a way, I guess, if that makes sense. You're gonna go. Good luck with the shiny. See you later, JoryTube. Thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you again. Gamer Kid, come on, you can do it. Yeah, we can do this, guys. We can get this shiny lizard, this shiny gecko. Favorite GameCube game? So I'll admit, the GameCube I'm using isn't actually mine. It's my friend's. Around this time, I was still playing almost exclusively on. Around the time the GameCube was the like main system out. The only like game console that my family owned was an Xbox, like an original Xbox. But a game I remember playing on the GameCube was always at my neighbor's house, and it was some Pac-Man game, like some like 3D platformer with Pac-Man, and I loved playing that so much. But this is like back when I was like really young, like I was like 6 years old. Hey, who uses Discord? A lot of us, Gamer Kid. There's actually a link to a Discord down in the description. I know if Indy's still around, he can post the link in the chat for anyone that's interested in joining. You use Discord? Yeah, so like, yeah, feel free to join the one that I have linked down below. You want Pokemon XD, but it's so expensive now. Yeah, pretty much every Pokemon game, like, has not gone down in value at all. If anything, it's gone up. That might actually be the one, Munch. I think so. What do I say about Brock and Misty returning to anime? I think it's kind of cool. I haven't watched the anime since like Indigo League, so for me, I guess kind of seeing a reference back to that in a way is cool. But I want to watch the whole anime like all the way through. I just need to actually sit down and start doing it. I love how the TS Pokemon games are still almost the same price to pre-order Ultra Sun and Ultra. They are, yeah. It's insane how well Pokemon games keep their price, keep their value. You know. You actually have it. That is awesome, man. I have like the Game Boy version of it, like the 2D platformer one, but it's not nearly as fun. But yeah, I have fond memories of playing that. I was so bad because I was like. Back before I could ever really like walk in a straight line playing a game. And it was also like that age where all of us had the one controller and we were playing and like trading every time one of us died. Wanna do a voice chat after this? I may try hopping in the voice chat. Yeah, I'll say this. I may try hopping in the voice chat after the stream. I have some things I do like immediately after, but like 10-15 minutes after the stream I may hop into the voice chat for a couple minutes. You give up, bye. Alright, see you later, Show Nicholas. Hope to see you again. Jack DeHart, can you say your name, please? Well, there you go. You're only watching the English dubbed episodes, though. Yeah, when I watch anime, I tend to try to watch it subbed, which I guess helps in Pokemon's case, since I get to watch like a couple days earlier. You launched Leaf Green on the emulator on phone, you're looking for a shiny too. Well, says, good luck, man. I hope you find one. It was on the OG Xbox, really, and I might be able to find a copy of it then, because I have the OG Xbox and the 360. You hate subtitles. I don't know. I guess it's partially because I'm like learning Japanese, so at least while it's not like good, like a decent way to learn on its own, like hearing the Japanese audio and seeing the translation like is a good thing. But yeah, the one problem I have with subtitles is I can't play Pokemon and watch at the same time because I can't focus on both. Favorite Pokemon game ever? It's honestly probably Sun and Moon at this point. I love the story, and I have so much time in it from shiny hunting. Plus Rowlet's from those games, and Rowlet's my favorite Pokemon. But like my favorite gen is Gen 3, my favorite region is Hoenn. So it's like not like I'm like pigeonholed into Gen 7's the best, Alola's the best, Sun and Moon are the best. It's just the amount of polish as someone who like is more technically inclined and like deals with software through like my major and my internships I've done. The amount of work that I can appreciate went into Sun and Moon is amazing, you know? It's pretty cheap, goes for 10 to 15. I'll have to keep my eye out for it then. There are plenty of free emulators though, Vanillix. The only problem is like if you're looking for one on Android, because Google Play Store, it's not against their terms and conditions to have emulators. People will try to sell them for profit. Or like if you go on iOS, the one emulator Delta is amazing and free because they can't actually charge people for it. On PC, not Android, there's plenty on there. I think I used Decime for a while, like DSUME or something. I don't remember what it was. It was a long time ago. Or BizHawk. BizHawk works for at least through Game Boy Advance, but that's more of a like tool-assisted emulator focus. Oh, you're talking about on Android? Yeah. Yeah, the free ones are really bad just because they don't have to be good, you know. They can charge you money for the good ones. They give you like a trial or something. That's what, like I said, like Delta emulator, which used to be GBA for iOS, when I had an old iPhone, like that was the best interface for an emulator ever. Decime is great. Okay, yeah, I mean that's the one I used when I tried playing Black 2 on an emulator, but I tried it on a computer that probably had less processing power than a new 3DS does. So it just did not run at all. Got a road on through GTS. Nice, John. That's awesome. Be right back. See you in a bit, says he. On Amazon, it's $5 to $20. No joke. I may have to look into getting it then. I'd also have to go back to my parents' house and get the old Xbox. You're lucky you can run them at full speed. Yeah. Yeah, for how, like, low-powered a DS is, it's it's like kind of a rule of emulation in general, essentially. Not like something that people are limited to by, like, laws or something, but just, like, the, like, way computers work and the way emulation works. You need a computer that's, like, 5 times as powerful, at the very least, to the system to run it right. And so you have to just think about multiplying, like, the power of a DS by 5 and then trying that on... Compare that to like a lower end laptop, and it's actually kind of impressive how close they are. But yeah, I was struggling and it was stuttering a lot when I was trying to play a Black 2 on my old laptop. Oh, even when recording, that's really nice then, because recording takes a lot of CPU. How many times did I reset the ID? Jose Matos? Probably about, I guess, at 100 it would have been 2, so 1,000 would have been 20. So, I guess a little over 150 times now. It's crazy how, counting up every stat of what we've done and just thinking about it, it's pretty crazy how far we've gone. You found Platinum at your local GameStop for $44.95. Yeah, it's insane how like well they've held their price. I mean, Heart Gold, Soul Silver cost more than pre-ordering Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon, and that won't even come with the Pokewalker or the box. But that's the problem, is that GameStop prices their stuff like to be like competitive with other people, but other people price it out with like complete in box or complete in package. So like GameStop's going to sell you that cartridge for full like complete in box price. The Platinum I found at a convention was not complete in box. It was in box. It didn't have any manuals or anything, and it was like $40. It was cheaper than GameStop would have given it to me. But they were also selling a complete in box Soul Silver for $90, which I was just like, that's a lot of money. Gonna go to sleep. See you next time. See you later, Filippo. Thanks for tuning in, and let me know if it's gonna be 7777. Alright, we'll see if we get there, man. We got 40 encounters to that. Oh, we'll definitely get there tonight. Victor Pagador, hi from Spain. Well, hello from the US. Welcome to the stream. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, by the way. Silver Platinum you got in like 2010. I have my Pearl from back in like 08 or whenever I bought it, but I don't have the box for that anymore, unfortunately. Why would it stop you from posting for like 10 years, Cooper? Ira's Awesome Gaming, thank you for the sub. Who likes Dragon Quest? I've never played it. The Luminator, what's up? Nuno Bastos, welcome to the stream. You think you still have your first Pokemon? Nice. Yeah, I wish I could find my copy of Fire Red, because I know I haven't played it on that cartridge since I was, like, really little. So I'd be able to get a glimpse at what, like, 8-year-old Ian thought was a Pokemon strategy. Not the game, the actual Pokemon. Yeah, like, that's even cooler. Like, having, like, these are the first Pokemon I ever played with, you know? It's funny you got Platinum before you got Pearl. I mean, I got Emerald almost immediately after I got Sapphire. Like, I didn't get into Pokemon until the Gen 1 remakes were already out. So, like, Emerald was right around the corner at least. So, yeah, I got Fire Red, and then I got Sapphire, and then I got Emerald. It thinks you're spamming even though you're just chatting a lot. Yeah, it does that. Basically, I think it's more of a matter of... I think it compares, like, the chat per minute of you to the stream and sees if, like, you're the majority of it or something. Which is kind of dumb, because you see people who post, like, actual spam and get, like, walls of text in the chat versus people who are actually talking and are just, like, talking a lot, you know? It's weird. YouTube, in general, has kind of shown that they aren't the... While their algorithms are good at things, doing things automatically, they're not the best. The first Pokemon game you played was Emerald. Nice, Gamer Kid. First one I played was Fire Red. I own Yellow now, but I haven't actually beaten it. I've just kind of played it a little bit. I can't believe you played Heart Gold when you were younger, but skipped Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. It just happens, you know. Like when you're a little kid and like. You might not fully understand, your parents might not fully understand, like, what all the games are and what order they came out in. There's just a bunch of Pokemon games, pick the one with the coolest Pokemon on the cover, you know? That's how I did it. Your first Pokemon had, like, Hydro Cannon, Surf, Hydro Pump, and Drill Peck. Alright. Then you played Oras. Nice. Yeah, I didn't play any of Gen 5. I played Fire Red, then Sapphire, Emerald. Then I bought Pearl. I never actually beat Pearl. I got pretty far. I like, caught Palkia, I know. But then my sister broke my DS. I let her borrow it for, like, a day when I was doing a competition. And, like, she had nothing to do, so, like, Ian, let your sister use your DS. So I let her borrow it. And, like, the old DS, you know how they could bend the screen back all the way, but they shouldn't? Like, if you look at a, like, 3DS now, you know, when you open it, like, it can go all the way back, and that's not actually bad for it. Like, the DS Lites could do that, but it was bad for it. And my sister did that, so it broke the top screen, and she managed to corrupt every save on every game I had, just because, like, she'd, like, leave it in the slot and then pull it out as instead of saving, or, like, in the middle of saving. So it just completely killed my motivation for Pokemon until I almost started college, and I bought that 3DS. I bought my 3DS, and I bought Alpha Sapphire. So I, like, skipped the end of Gen 4, all of Gen 5, and the beginning of Gen 6, just because, like, I didn't have a way to play him at the time. Kai Gamer Rock, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. Hashtag GeoLuck. George Mendez, welcome to the stream. You subbed. Also, you love watching my Shiny streams. Thank you, Ira's Awesome Gaming. I really appreciate it. And again, thank you for the sub. Who's my favorite starter Pokemon? That would be Rowlet, just because Rowlet's my overall favorite Pokemon. Your first was Diamond on some 30 games in one card. Oh, like it was someone who, like, put the ROMs on a cartridge or something. I got you. Yours is Piplup. Awesome. I chose Piplup as my starter in Gen 4. You played Gold on your old Game Boy Color when you were like 6. Yeah, I didn't play Pokemon until I was like 8 or 9. It was pretty much like I'm in the age range where, you know, if you were the oldest sibling, your first games were like on the Game Boy Advance. But if you had older siblings, you had a hand-me-down Game Boy Color, or like they bought you a Game Boy Color because your older siblings already had one or one to share. So, like, a lot of my friends, Crystal was their first game, and like, about as equally many friends, Gen 3 was their first game. Peyotrek, back again. Welcome back. One time you found a shiny Magikarp on Pokemon, and you kept it, and it evolved. Jeremy, that is awesome. Yeah, I love how a shiny Magikarp looks, actually. Like, that golden carp look of it is pretty cool. Mystic Vaporeon, welcome back to the stream. You were born around the time Ruby and Sapphire came out. Alright, yeah, I was born a little bit after the original games came out. I'm 20 now. Wait, no, we're not doing that yet. I was preemptive this time, instead of being like 20 encounters behind. You missed your Game Boy Advance SP. I'm so glad I at least found that, you know. I'm sad that I lost like Fire Red and Sapphire, but at least I still have my old Game Boy. You like Rowlet too? That is awesome, Gamer Kid. Gaming Whale, yep, we are still hunting. This Treecko is being very stubborn about showing up. You started with Leaf Green, which is awesome. Yeah, I started with Fire Red, like I said, so... Those are some pretty cool games to start with. It, like, you know, gave you the original story, but it, you know, looked like the newer games. You got a Flareon on your Alpha Sapphire account. Nice, John! I accidentally hit select. Noobs in Pokemon be like, my favorite Pokemon is Pikachu. I mean, honestly, I feel like there are a lot of people who legitimately like some of the Pokemon that are overrated, or that people consider overrated. But yeah, for the most part, that's why, even as someone, you know, who likes Rowlet, I know that Rowlet's, like, kind of overrated, but it's like, whatever. Rowlet is adorable. I know why people like it, you know? But yeah, then there are ones like Charizard and Pikachu, which are fantastic still. They're, like, iconic Pokemon, so you can't dock them points for being liked. Oh, welcome back, JoyTube. You actually really like Pikachu. Yeah, I don't dislike Pikachu. But yeah, it's definitely not, it's like the Pokemon that like most people are like, I know Pikachu, so I'll just say Pikachu. Mostly the old Pikachu. Before he went and lost all that weight, yeah. The D-pad is not wanting to cooperate today. You're currently shiny hunting for Treecko too? Well, Marks, I hope you get it, man. I hope your luck is a little bit better than mine. You're trying to find your Game Boy Color. You found a cartridge of gold, but you're trying to find your console. Yeah, like, that's probably even worse. You know, you're being teased by, like, you have the game, you can play the game, but you can't because you don't have a system to play it on. Don't know how many months it might be till I get a cap card. I don't know that, says he. You miss your Game Boy Color. I feel you, man. What, my game's starting entirely over? Oh no, do I ever have them? So Jeremy, the reason I had to start it over is because in Emerald there's messed up RNG. So the way to counteract that is by resetting your trainer ID, which requires resetting the save entirely. And you do that about every 50 encounters or so. You swear if the cutscene before start is an Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, it's the same length or longer, you're going to flip the table. Yeah, it does look like it's going to be a different scene. Like, it looks like you pick up the Pokemon at a different place this time. So it may be shorter. Or it may at least let you save right before you actually encounter it. Mark Locker, what's up, man? It needs to be shorter for shiny hunting. What do you mean? Oh, you're still talking about the save thing? Or about the cutscene? Yeah, I mean, trying to reset for, even, my girlfriend just wanted to reset for a female Poplio. And I was to the trainer school before she got a Poplio that was female. A, because she was unlucky, and B, just because of how ridiculously long it takes to reset for starters in that game. Good night for all. Well, Argon, thanks for tuning into the stream. I hope to see you again. Wait a minute, you see a green box looking thing in your closet? Oh, maybe he just found it. You got a female Rowlet without even trying. I mean, it's a 1 in 8 chance, so it's actually, like, fairly common for people to have female starters. It's just, she got ridiculously unlucky and had to reset like 16 times for it. Oh god. Diamond and Pearl was terrible too, yeah. Platinum fixed that though. You don't know what starter to pick in Ultra Moon? I'm picking Rowlet. I know I already played through Sun with Rowlet and Decidueye, but I'm playing through with Rowlet and Decidueye again. Want to know how to get shiny legends? I know in these games it's easier to do runaways, where you just basically run away from the battle and leave the area. In Ultra Sun, you're using Rallying. So you have to decide between for the two games. Yeah, for me, my copy of Moon has been more of like the dummy cartridge I use when I need to go collect a Pokemon that I can't collect on my save. Like when I had to do Masuda Method. I set that Moon cartridge to Japanese, played up until I could get Ditto. Before I wanted to get the Ditto, I did that with Japanese starters. Like that's what my Moon cartridge has been used for, and now it's being used to slowly play through it and get a second copy of Type Null and another copy of Cosmog. And I have to play through it like 2 more times to get a shiny Type Null and shiny Savali. Rowlet is the only answer. Exactly, Indy. Alright, see you later, Luminator. Hope to see you again next time. What's my favorite Kanto legendary Pokemon? Probably Mewtwo or Mew. Zapdos is my favorite of the birds. Mew is one of your favorite Pokemon overall. Nice. Yeah, Mew is actually, I think, a pretty cool design for a Pokemon. It is pretty cute. Torta 2002, how long have I been trying? I've been trying... I guess I've been trying since... Time-wise, like actual dates-wise, I've been trying since end of June, so 2 months now. In-game time-wise? That's actually kind of hard to say. Probably nearly 100 hours. Like, maybe not too close to that, more like 80 or 90, but still a lot of time. It's your boy, what's up, welcome to the stream. Grevy XEN. I'm assuming that was supposed to be good luck, I'm not sure. Pokenerd told you to check my channel. Awesome. Yeah, I remember Pokenerd. He's around quite a bit. You found it. That is awesome, Vanillux. Welcome back, Benjamin. It's time to sleep. Good night. All right, see you later, Paleo Trek. I hope to see you again tomorrow when I stream again. Oh no! Did YouTube freak out on you again, Cooper? That stinks. Of course, lucky Rattata. The Treecko just wants to see that Rattata, I guess, Paya. Welcome back, Shiny Flygon. Can't believe you're holding your old Game Boy Color. That is awesome, Vanillux. You're shiny hunting for all the starters, and you already got Mudkip. Nice. Nice marks. I was trying to figure out, I kind of read that as like your soft recently at the beginning, like, how do you already have a Mudkip? But yeah, nice. Bent and you were brothers, yeah. Yeah, you mentioned that before, Flygon. Well, it's at least good that your Game Boy matches your color preferences there, Vanillux. We're getting pretty close to that 4-7 mark here. We're definitely going to pass the night. Yeah, Munch even just now brings it up, like right as I said it. Boys, we're getting pretty close to 8,000 here too, which is just insane how close we are to full odds. By the way, you're in Omega Ruby, so you traded the Mudkip to your friend so he can trade it back later. There you go, Marks. Yeah, that way you can, I guess, reset more. Yeah, that way you can keep resetting without accidentally... What am I trying to say? I have lost the words, but yeah, that way you can keep soft resetting without losing the Pokemon. Your guess is 10,000,000. That's a little high, says he. I hope we get it before that. That's it. You feel it. All right. Feel the nostalgia. Yeah. I remember feeling that when I finally pulled my Game Boy Advance out of a like desk drawer. Did you somehow lose your gold cartridge, Vanillux? Rip. Benjamin, your real name is Alan, and you're on your brother's phone. Ah, okay. So it's just like... So YouTube just doesn't have your real name then? I gotcha. Why would you say that, Android Play? I hate when you find something, but you need something else and you don't know where it went. Yeah, like, you know, you... Generally not in the scale of, like, 10 minutes here, like Vanillux, but yeah, the, like... Oh, I need to do this, so I'm going to make sure I don't lose, you know, Part A while I try to find Part B. And, like, 2 or 3 months go by, you find Part B and go, now I just need Part A, and you forgot where you put it. Ah, so Shiny Flygon, your name is Ben, then. I got you. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's true, Android. I felt your pain, Vanilla. That's kind of how I feel about... I'm trying to think what... I know I've had a situation like that. It may have even been me finding Fire Red and Sapphire and not finding my Game Boy, and then finding my Game Boy and not finding either of those. You need to go practice your drums, so good luck. See you later, Alan, I guess. Yeah. If you are still Alan using Ben's account. One time you lost all your DS and Game Boy games because you kept them in a bag, so the only game you had was Heart Gold, and that's why you love it. Well, at least you still had Heart Gold Munch. It definitely could have been worse, you know. How would it have ended up in your trash can, Vanillux? That seems like a little crazy of a place for it to be. I could go for some cookies right now, Android. Yeah, I agree with Sezzy here. That seems like one of the least optimal places you could keep your games. Mark's Locker, thank you for the sub. I wish I had some cookies right now, Android Play, but I do not because I am going to the grocery store tomorrow to get groceries, so I am like at the point of being able to make turkey sandwiches, and that's about all I can do right now. Tommy's Awesome Channel, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. Still have it to this day, and as a kid you thought it was a new region because you don't know about Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Yeah, I mean, I guess in a way it's like, I can see that, because I felt like Fire Red, Leaf Green were like a brand new game and brand new story and everything. I deserved it. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Drop a like if you have it. That would really help out with I don't like, you know, saying that a lot, but you know, it does kind of help out with YouTube, like promoting it to more people. What's the shiny rate in Emerald, J-Finger? It is, the odds are, if I don't know why I'm blanking. I'm blanking on the words to say. I know the number. 1 in 8,192. Yeah, I think I was trying to, like, explain the RNG in my head. Like, those are the kind of words that were coming, but I was like, no, it's just a number. Why am I thinking of these words? But yeah. So the RNG is messed up, but it does have the normal base 1 in 8,192 odds. Is the turkey real turkey or is it fake turkey you get at the store? I don't know what the difference would be. I mean, it's just like sliced deli turkey. You were like 7 or 8. Yeah, I mean, that's how old I was when I played Fire Red Leaf Green. Or I guess Fire Red, specifically. And I thought they were like new games at the time, but like... So that Fire Red Leaf Green were new, and then I thought... But I thought Sapphire was newer than those. Like, I didn't realize that Sapphire had actually come out beforehand. It was because I recognized all the Pokemon. I recognized all the Pokemon in Fire Red from, like, the anime I remembered watching as a kid. So all those new Pokemon in Sapphire were, like, new to me. So Sapphire was the newer game in my mind, even though it was technically older. What number do I think we'll find the shiny? I don't know, Tommy. It could be any number now. Yeah, it could happen like the next encounter. It could not happen for another 3,000 encounters. It's just completely up in the air. You didn't know what a Game Boy is nor what the internet was because you were born in 2002. Yeah. Yeah, so you're about the same age as my sister then, I would say. But yeah, like, for me, I think I got my Game Boy, like, around the same time my sister was born, so... Your friend threw it in there when you weren't looking. Is your friend there with you then, Alex? You're guessing 8,000 soft resets. We'll see, Speedy. We'll see. I would love for it to show up then. That would still technically be as close as it would be in how, like, you know, fine of a line we'd be calling it. It would still technically be below odds. We'd still have beaten the odds if we got it at 8,000. I think the stream is ending soon. I don't know, we'll probably go out to at least 7,800 here. We have about 12 minutes left of, like, guaranteed streaming, and then from there we'll see, like, what number we're around and end it on a fairly even number. Or 7777. We'll see, Speedy. A lot of people have been saying the 4 sevens, so Moment of Truth is going to be here in, like, 3 encounters. Hopefully the battery isn't dead. I mean, you can still play it, you just can't save it, which... It's kind of a big deal, but, you know, it could be worse. It has to happen soon. We're getting pretty close, like I said, to the odds. Granted, that doesn't mean we'll get it there. There are people who have gone out to, like, 20,000 to 40,000 for Hoenn starters, so, you know, you can get lucky and you can get extremely unlucky. Welcome back, Mau Mau. Something's wrong with your chat. What's that? Your old green Game Boy Color and gold cartridge. Awesome. Isn't 7 an unlucky number because it's not you? But isn't 7 a lucky number because of lucky number 7? I always heard like 7 was lucky. It's not dead. That is awesome, Vanillux. Oh yeah, I guess the battery in the Game Boy would need to not be dead too. Squirtle Troll, you're Brazilian? Well, welcome to the stream. It's always cool seeing an international audience here. It has your original save on it. That is awesome, dude. That is awesome. Which means the battery in there still works. So, that's even better. Next is 7777. That's your guess. Yeah, here we are. This is a number a lot of people have been hyping. The super lucky 4 sevens. Yeah, you think it was a lucky number in ancient Greece? Really? I didn't know that's where it came from, Freedom. That's pretty interesting, though. But alright, guys, Moment of Truth. Like, the Zigzagoon's not shiny. Maybe this Treecko will be, though. Dang it. No. So we're gonna keep going here, guys. Oh, yeah, Mau Mau is Greek. I don't have too much of a problem with it right now, Vanillux, but just, like, in general, just be careful with it. You know, because the mods may mark it as spam depending on how, like, the chat is going. I'm just waiting for this shiny to show up. I'm gonna be so hyped when we get this thing, guys. Hopefully we can get it this stream. Can't see any other comments since 6:44. Try refreshing. Try refreshing, Shiny Flygon. Like, if you refresh the stream, you may be able to fix it. Yeah, F5. You last save in Goldenrod City. You had to change your name, your Marks Locker. Alright, Swag Gaming. Just let me know which one you want to call it. Which one you want me to call you. I did know that Snake backwards is Ekans and Cobra backwards is Arbok. I'm gonna get it at 7,800. Alright, now, we'll see. Alright, I can do that, Swag Gaming. Oh no. It's like my last sip of water before I'm out for the night. I love this cup because it's a Pokemon cup and it has like all the evolutions on it, but because it's an insulated cup, it has nowhere near as much like space for liquid as it looks on the outside. So like it's like the same size as the normal cup I'd usually have, but this one has a lid, so that's why I use it. But it just doesn't have as much room, so I run out of water like right before the end of the stream. Charmander backwards is Red Nom Rock. Crazy, right? I know. That's like insane. What are the odds of that? You have a shiny Lapras? Really? You're back and working. Awesome, shiny Flygon. Glad to hear you're able to get everything running again. What would happen if we got the shiny Treecko at the same time? It would be pretty weird. It would be pretty weird, says he. Almost done with the grinding for your Nuzlocke lunch. Good luck. Hopefully you end up being successful and don't have any small issues that trip you up. Like, I know I will, because when it comes to Pokemon outside of shiny hunting, I am fairly incompetent, I will admit. Treecko is your spirit animal. Mine's probably a Alolan Executor, just because of how tall it is. And I feel its pain. You were a huge shiny hunter when you were 7. Really? That's pretty cool. Going against Norman. Fun. Good luck, man. Do I think someone should attempt a shiny only challenge for that to find Pokedex all shiny? That'd be... The thing with that is that's crazy because generally, like, people who shiny hunt fill out their Pokedex immediately so that they can go and shiny hunt with a shiny badge now, or with a shiny charm now. But if someone was able to, like, completely do a Pokedex and, like, fill it out for the first time only using shinies, that would be crazy. You subscribed right now? Shane, thank you for the sub. Sorry for your English video talent. It's all good, man. There are plenty of people here who English isn't their first language. So no one's going to judge you for, like, any kind of grammar mistakes. Psyduck is the best. Psyduck is pretty cool. I like it shiny. I kind of wish the bill didn't change colors too, but it still looks pretty good. Logan Williams, thank you for the sub. One of your hacked Pokemon games... You hacked the shiny charm, then just did one encounter on the Poke thing. On the touchscreen, forgot what it was called, the Poke Radar. And you got a shiny Azumarill. Nice. You can still get the full Pokedex shiny, but it would use cheats. Yeah, but then that's not as fun then. And Jack Brystain, welcome to the stream. What would be my Pokemon mascot? My Pokemon mascot is, I mentioned this earlier in the stream, it's probably Rowlet. Just because, like, look how adorable Rowlet is. And Rowlet's my favorite Pokemon, so any chance for there to be more Rowlet, I will take. Magic Gaming, you love Pokemon? Well, that is good news, because this is a Pokemon stream. Luckily you found a Greek dude to speak. Well, that's awesome now. You want a Rowlet plush? Yeah. My girlfriend was awesome and got it for me, like, right when I started my internship over the summer, so I had it sitting on my desk with me every day at work. Are you the only one who hasn't gotten the full National Dex or full Alola Dex? There are plenty of people who haven't gotten it. But for the most part, that's just going to be something where it feels like a lot more people have done it than really have when you're talking in terms of, like, shiny hunters, because shiny hunters is the one who kind of need to, like, do it by necessity. It's part of the game for them. You have a Poplio plush. Awesome, Vanillix. You've completed Pokemon Red in 1 day. That is awesome, Magic Gaming. I have not beaten a Pokemon game that fast. I think the fastest I've beaten one was Alpha Sapphire in 3 days. You also want Shiny Rowlet on Ultra Sun, but you won't bother. The cutscene is too dang long. Yeah, I didn't even bother. Granted, partially because I didn't Shiny Hunt before I started Sun. I didn't bother with soft resetting at all for the starter. I just went with a breeding for it, just because that cutscene was so long. Yeah, you can hatch eggs too, but like a lot of people want to play through the game with a shiny as their starter. You want a Poplio plush and an Eevee plush, but you haven't gotten any in the shops here in Greece. Dang, Mama. I haven't seen many in like stores, like normal stores around here, but I see them at conventions whenever I go, which is where I tend to try to pick them up from. Brandon the Gamer Boyd, thank you for the sub. You love Glaceon and Espeon, you want both of them as plushies. I would love an Umbreon plushie. Khalil, welcome to the stream. Hola to you. Yeah, you want to play through the game with it, exactly. You want a Mimikyu plush. A Mimikyu plush would be pretty cool. You played Red on the computer but couldn't figure out how to save, so you replayed the beginning like 30 times. RIP. Gotta go. Bye. See you later, David Gamer. Thanks for tuning into the stream, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Am I aware of the RNG glitch in Emerald because it prevents the ability to get shinies via soft resetting? I may want to study up on that. Happiest, I am aware of that, and the way you can counteract that is actually by resetting your save every 50 encounters. Because that gives you a new trainer ID, and the trainer ID is part of like the whole formula for determining shinies. So if one trainer ID isn't giving you shiny frames, you can just reset, and hopefully the next one gives you better shiny frames. You know, in the fan game Pokemon Reborn, the Treecko line shinies is a dark green with silver and gray instead of red and yellow. What would be my custom shiny? We actually talked about this last stream. For me, I actually kind of like the idea of turning Espeon into a different color, like making Espeon dark purple instead of that bright green. Just because it would feel more psychic if it kind of kept the pinkish purpliness. Magic Gaming 1, thank you for the sub. If it kept that like pinkish purpliness, but it wasn't, it was a lot darker, and it was actually different enough to be like shiny worthy, like that, and maybe like a yellow dot on its forehead. Save on the computer, click enter. It just depends. It depends on your emulator, Shiny Flygon. On my emulator, enter is actually just start. Just checking up Lattimore. Yeah, no, that would be awful if I had made it this many encounters and was unaware of that issue. But yeah, no, I've been resetting every 50 encounters since about encounter 300. Just because around 300, I knew about the issue going into it still, but around 300, I kind of realized, oh wait, I should be resetting this more often because my timing's not as broad as it would be without, my timing wasn't as, like, good for scanning the whole soft reset period as it would have been not streaming, just because when I'm talking, I don't deal with the timing as much as I should, you know, like, where you wait for the sign to drop down a certain amount and then click it, and then wait for it to drop down a little bit more and click it. Just because of, like, the stream and talking, I'm not focusing on that as much. But everything else I've been doing, I've been resetting the save and making sure to, like, try a little bit. The shiny Peru Jaco, welcome to the stream. Swag Gaming, how often do I stream? I stream about 5 times a week. I don't stream on Tuesdays, and I tend to not stream on Saturdays. But every other day I stream from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time, generally going a little bit over. Like, we're going to be going about 2 or 3 minutes over today, but that's always fine. You like Espeon Shiny, you don't mind it being green. It doesn't fit for me, I guess. For the most part, aside from Sylveon and Umbreon, I don't really like the shiny evolutions. I have them all, but they're just a little weird to me, I guess. It's so hard to get Eevee in red. Yeah, don't they just, like... Isn't that the egg they give you, or do they just give you that... I guess they don't give you an egg in red. But yeah, isn't that just the Pokemon they give you? And alright, guys, we're at 7,800. Let's see our last Treecko encounter for the night here. And then we'll wrap up the stream with... I believe it's a Torchic encounter this time. Because I always... At the end of the streams, I always do one encounter that's, like, one of the other starters. Just, you know, to mix it up and see, like, well, what if we get it on this one, you know? Eevee evolutions in Gen 1 were the color wheel. Yeah, we did talk about that yesterday, and I kind of get those now. But for the most part, like, Gen 4 ones are really underwhelming, and Espeon's really just weird. I still, like, I get why they did it with the color wheel ones. I get that now, but it's still just meh. In my opinion, in my honest opinion. But alright, guys, so I just want to, while we do this encounter, I want to wrap the stream and say thank you to everyone who liked and subscribed during this stream. It means a lot to me. And to everyone who was talking in chat, it always keeps it exciting and makes this stuff a little bit more bearable, you know. Doing 7,800 encounters without you guys would have been a daunting task, but having everyone to talk to makes it so much more enjoyable. And just one last time I want to mention, if you haven't joined it yet and you want to, there's a link to a Discord down in the description for anyone that wants to chat outside of these streams. And Torchic was not shiny, guys, so unfortunately we did not get a shiny this stream either, but we'll be back again tomorrow with Leaf Green hunting some Charmander. So I will see you guys next time.